Good morning, good morning, good morning. Let's see here. Let's get this show on the road. I already hit the rocket icon. I already sent a good morning in the chat. All right, we got those two things covered. What's up, Alpha Traders? How we doing? Excuse me. Let me go to this Discord. Let's get up in this Discord. That's right. Because that's what we do. We teach volatility trading in our Discord for free. Let's see. BTC. That is the one. I will share that chart with them. There we go. Absolutely wonderful. What's happening?
Oh, just the unusual stuff that's nonsensical, alarms and sirens and all that.
Oh, that fun stuff. Yeah. Gotcha.
Well, we're all okay, so.
Yeah, which is what really matters.
Yep.
Got to protect our national treasure. Yasha.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone's okay.
Yeah. So, got a little Bitcoin up here on the screen. What happened to Bitcoin yesterday? Got through that weekly range, ran up, made a pretty much one SD move right back up to the top of the monthly resistance level early in the open, right? Literally 45 minutes in, you sent a wick through the top side of that monthly range and it rejected. Where to? Just sent a wick down to the first standard deviation, center of the weekly range, about 45 minutes ago. About an hour ago. Not bad. About an hour. So yeah, good stuff. We're going to get a deeper move than a 1SD. Well, that's why we got the other charts. Let's see what's going on over here. Let's see what's going on. Look at the 4 hour. 4 hour pretty much tested at bottom side of the power mean band. 99 length log MA. Variance is rising right now, negatively correlated as hidden bull divergence sets up on the 4 hour. Love it. And from the cross, right when it was at the reverse wave trend, set up hidden bull, win, right? Yeah, pretty much leading up to yesterday's move. Yeah, good stuff, man. The divergence between price action and returns for the win. Only divergence I use. That's for damn sure. That is for damn sure. Let's see here. What's the Shannon Entropy? Okay. Kind of flat volatility. Let me blow this up so I don't get a misread. Yeah, it's actually expanding from the last candle. We've got the 981 expanding positively correlated, 525 negative, and 2400 negative. Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot of down pressure right there for sure. That's why we're seeing this. Got a little move to the top to begin with. We're dealing with this 4 hour wave trend though. All right, we're dealing with this 4 hour wave trend. Stuck in a little range here. Gonna have to bust out of that. Usually start on the daily, so I'm going to jump up here real quick, see what's going on. I'm sure the pattern traders are already screaming, driving me crazy. What do we got here on the daily? Yeah, expansion negatively correlated on the 525 and 981. 2400 contracting negative as well. So yeah, do I really think we're going to get a deep move down into here by the end of the year? Yeah, right now we're gonna have to get a couple more days on our belt to get a really, really good read on how this thing's going to close out the year, the month, the quarter. Shall I go on? Let's see. But we do have the daily wave trend down here, a little over 40,000, right? Little over 40,000. What is it? 40,038. Wow. Right at it. Where are we at now? 42.8. Hey, man. It's not going to hurt anybody unless you're over leveraged. Right? There are a lot of the degens out there over leveraged. Leverage in the right hands, understanding leverage can be a tool. Not 50x, not 70x, not 100x. I'm talking 2x, 3x, not more than 5 for sure. You're playing with fire with leverage. You're literally raising your hand up on the exchange. Here I am. Come get me. When enough of you do that, woo! Lightning strikes. And lightning does strike twice in the same spot when it comes to that. So be careful out there, guys. I mean, hey, you can do whatever you want. I'm just giving you some advice. You guys get liquidated way too much. Across the board out there. It's all because of leverage. And lagging information. That's why you get liquidated. Get wrecked, man. It's okay though. Some people are masochists. They like it. I don't get it, but yeah, it's all good. It's all good. If I lose any money, it's gonna be a free airdrop that pumped. Shit. That's how I lose money. Where's Matt? See you in here? He's probably laughing somewhere. All right, let's see here. So that is the daily. Looked at the 4 hour. Didn't get to. Let me see here one more time. Yeah, total random walk. DLP is building too. DLP is building. And slowly, these 4 hour candles, right? We don't get back up above the wave trend. This power mean band is going to continue to cross down. All right. And if it makes its way, you can see the bottom power mean band turning up right at the 99 log MA. If all this starts breaking down through here, this can definitely go lower. This can definitely go lower. And we're coming into a halving in April. Be prepared. Be prepared. This thing could, guys, this thing could do anything. This could do anything. This is why we trade low time frame volatility. When you have a super volatile assets like cryptocurrency, swing trading is a really bad idea. Real bad idea, right? Trade that low time frame, right? Trade the low time frame volatility. Scalp what the market gives you. Get in and out of those trades. Now, obviously, this is why we put together the indicators we have to allow you, once you really understand trend, the divergence, the variance, the volatility, right? Where are we in the power mean bands? It's going to change your trading up big time. Big time. I've got many DMs saying that. So it's not like I'm just like, you will, this is what's going to happen. No, man. People see it, which is good. All right, let's drop even lower. See, what is the saving grace? Hidden bear. Look at the returns oscillator though on the 90-minute. Well, it's sure trying to turn up. And the smooth is getting ready to cross the zero mean to the top side. Indeed. No div though, right? No divergence locally. Lower lows. The only divergence is the hidden bear that's brought this 90-minute time frame right to the bottom of the power mean band. Right to the it's a little bit below the 33 power mean. Is this about to spill down? Let's find out here. Let me go low. Variance is rising. There's the first outlier, 45 minute. 45 minute on what? Hidden bear divergence. Hidden bear divergence. Right when it crossed the zero mean, it really sped up, right? As soon as it broke the wave trend as well. And look, we got the 9 log MA crossing down the 33 and the 99, getting ready to breach. It's looking like the wave trend. It's good to go deeper. So 45 minute, starting to trend. Volatility, flat. Low length, flat. 981 coming down hard, but it's coming down negatively correlated. This is a tricky little spot here. This is where you better have a workflow. Better have a workflow to figure this one out. Let's see, lower lows, boom, more hidden right there. Sitting at the 33-minute reverse fissure as we speak. This DLP has been dipping down past the 95% confidence interval. See this 15-minute. What's this power mean band look like? Yeah, pretty much all. Look, there's fissure popping out the top. So we're totally below. Could start riding this down. Just set up some more 15-minute hidden bear. The higher high. Let's see here. And was that some bear div? It indeed was. From the point, it was the high right here, right? When it got trapped up under the 99 log MA, and there's the higher high. Boom. Bear div, pulling it down. You get a little, the data set moves back to the top side. Returns oscillator goes into high gear, sets a higher high, lower high on price action. Continuation happening right now. Continuation happening right now. Prediction model on the 15-minute did break for a short period of time. It's going into trend to the downside right now. Let's see. Low link volatility. That correlation just broke. Yeah, I'm getting some trippy reads, man. I don't know how much. Where's this at? Yeah, you're at the center of the weekly range. You're at the center of the weekly range. These bulls, right? When it dipped down below the weekly, right here, that was probably a siren went off. All these bulls are like, hey, we got to get this back up. And on that day, second standard deviation, right? 95.4 Laplace move, ended up closing back in the weekly range. Look at that last 15-minute candle. Open up the new day, dip a little bit, test the first 4-hour 1SD, and then it was up yesterday. Soon as you got up above that weekly range, came back down, sent a wick into it, grabbed some liquidity, ran almost up to the third standard deviation on that 4-hour, pulled back right to the 2SD right before that 4-hour close. Pulls right back. There was a 95.4% chance that last hour that was going to happen. So then you open up the new candle, dip back into the weekly range, and make your way back up to the top side of that monthly volatility range, where I've been saying at the close, right? At the close of this month, the close of this year, the close of the quarter, that Bitcoin's probably going to be around the top of this monthly range. Now, could it spill out? Absolutely. This is just what I'm going by, looking at my macro workflow, seeing how, where this monthly range is. We do have a weekly below it, inside it still. I'll tell you what, man, if we would have really started closing days outside here, things could be a lot different. These bears can take advantage here, right? These bulls have expended a lot of energy in my period, or in my in my opinion. Period. What the hell, man? My brain's not working right. We'll see if this weekly range holds. I would imagine if this dips below the weekly today, that we might see 95 for Laplace to the downside. To be honest, let me see here. What's Solana doing? Yeah, Solana was ripped, right? 126, I think, was the high. Look where Solana's at right now. Center of the new weekly range. Center of the new weekly range. Now, where is the top of Solana's monthly range? Right there, 102.7. Solana got up there within the first week, right? It's already up there damn near. So, that being said, right then I was like, I don't know. Solana by the close, and I'm talking about the monthly, probably going to be right around this area. Now, what are we? A few days off? We're right here. There was a lot of people, oh man, this is up here. No, this isn't going down that far. Okay. Just like Bonk, right? You go over to Bonk, top of the monthly range. This thing is beelining for it, man. Been waiting. It's almost there. Come on, pull up a little bit. Let's show these fine people where the top of that monthly is. Remember how far I used to have to go? No, not anymore. It's right here, man. There's that red cross line. There she blows. Are we going to get it today? We damn sure could. 95 for Laplace. That being said, boy, I should have set some stuff up. Am I interested in getting back in Bonk here? Kind of am, to be honest. I've been out. It might be a good entry there. Top of the monthly. Can it dip farther? Absolutely. And the problem with Bonk hadn't been around a lot. There's not a lot of history. It's kind of hard to read it. Let's take a look on low time frames. We're going to see probably it'll be trend. Go to the 4-hour. Yeah, see, can't even get can't get a DLP read. Shannon Entropy percentile. But we're trending. We do have 4-hour entropy read. This thing is trending to the downside. Has been since right about here. Wow. Yeah, hell of a drop off. All right, let me see here. Yeah, below the power mean band, everything looks pretty tight too. I can scale that up, but it's just a history thing. Not enough history. What's up, girl? You want out? Let me let this dog out. Come on. Go. Come on. Go. Go, go, go. Go, 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 girl. Come on. It's okay. All right. Let's see here. Let me go down to the, that is the 90. And I can see, I don't even have to see the data set. I know there's lower lows. Setting up hidden. It's crossing the zero mean right now. Hidden bear div. Let me see. Yeah, let's scale this up just a little bit. Jeez. Yep. Hidden. That is not a good look either, man. This is what you don't want your asset to look like. Indeed. Let me pull this back. Was that hidden too? Give me 1 second. Absolutely. Yep, more hidden here. Came down, had a little spill out, but then it rejected off of that 9 log MA. Right when it crossed the zero mean, then you really started moving down. Let me see. Boop, 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 boop. Last point of hidden. Got it. You go to the 45 minute. Outlier. Was a 90 minute having one? No. So the 45 minutes have an outlier. Trending down here. On these low time frames, all trending. Creating a lower low here too with the data set. So there's no bull div setting up here. You see the 33 minute. And you can, outlier there as well. I got to go back to 45. I always catch something right at the last minute. So look at the expansion on the low length volatility. Totally negatively correlated. Then you've got the 981 contracting positive, 2400 expanding negative. You want to see a bearish setup on volatility? You're looking at it right there. What has it done? It's creating an outlier. That's what it's doing. That's what it's doing. Now the returns oscillator has turned back up. Is it on any type of bull div at all? No, it's not. Okay, now back to the 33. Trending, outlier. Again, not setting up any bull div. None. Let me see here. In fact, this little point right here was a little bit of hidden bear. Okay. Wow. Yeah, bonk. We need some more history on you. Can't wait till this thing's around a little longer. Can't even get a 15-minute DOP read. Well, I've got to set it on a 30 length. You bring that length into like an 11, it'll populate. But so the 15-minute having an outlier as well. Yeah, I really don't like looking at these charts when they're not giving a good info. I mean, it's good info. There's just not enough of it for me. Just not enough. Bonk down 13%. Remember, bonk, people got airdropped a bunch of bonk. That's what's going on. People are just taking their profits on their free little airdrops. Nice. Bring that data set right to Bilbo. Come on. Bring it. Bring it, bring it, bring it. I stabled up at the top on my big bag of bonk. Secured that profit. All a free airdrop too, guys. Crypto is a fun place to run around in. Indeed. Indeed. Yeah, let me get off bonk. That'll make people's eyes crazy. BTC 42.7, sold down 8%. Let me check here. What time is it? 9:16. So we got 14 minutes for market open. I'm going to slam this over on Sol real quick. Just started an outlier in the 15. Let me reset the scale. Bam. All right. So on the daily, 9 log MA, about 87.5. 87.5 on Solana. I love it. Almost at the top side of the power mean band at 94.63. Guys, look what's setting up. Hidden bull. Hidden bull divergence. Indeed. Coming out of trend to the top side, though, right? Correlation broke. It's going into a random walk. It's on the daily. 4 hour. Have we I was about to ask, have we got into that wave trend? We did. Now we're dropping below it. Tell you what, man, next hour and 42 minutes during the stream, I want to see Solana pull back up, close up inside this wave trend. If not, hey guys, there's that number, right? 87.82. What was that on the daily? Right about in the same area. Right around 87. 9 log MA on the daily. 4 hour reverse Fisher. It is above the 99 log MA. This will be some good support down here for Sol if it does get there. Let's see. I'll tell you what, this move right here, though, at least on the 4 hour, wasn't any hidden. Wasn't any hidden. That's even a higher high. So, yeah, that's all good right there, man. Actually, let me see something. No, it's good. It's good. Guys, people taking profit, man. This is what you do. This is what you do. Look at all the volatility. Everything's expanding, negatively correlated on the 4 hour. Leads me to believe these bulls don't come alive here. If you do not close this 4 hour candle back up above wave trend, you're probably going to slip down here. So 87, 88 area. Let me throw this on Sol. Let's see what we got. 87, 88. Is this going to be the bottom of the weekly? No, not really. It's about 92. 92 and a half. Scale this down a little bit more. Yeah, there it is. Wow. That's a 3SD move, right? But look here, once again, look how tight the 95 for Laplace and second standard deviation are. They're literally right on top of each other. This data set is screaming for that glory hole. Look at the top side. Tight as well. I'm always going to go with the side that's the tightest, especially if all the other indicators are agreeing. And look, it's almost there. Almost there. Look at all the rejections off the bottom side of the 68.3 Laplace when it dropped out of the daily range. These are all red flags, guys. These are all red flags of what was going to happen here. Go back over here. 4 hour. Let's see the 90 minute. How deep is this? There's the little hidden bear. Yeah, this DLP's been below the zero mean for quite some time, man. Quite some time. You're below the 99 log MA now in the 90 minute. I probably see this thing popping back up. At least in the short time here. You're not going to stay below that 99 too long. Let me see here. All the volatility, though, man. This volatility is ramping up for a nice little pullback. It's already having it, but could get could get a little more. Pullback could intensify. 33. Lower lows, man. Lower lows. Trending. Trending. Was a 90-minute trending? I don't think so. Yeah, it's starting to. 4 hour now. Whew. Boy. All right. 45. Drop to 33. Show me the money. DLP's losing a little bit of steam. Getting ready to cross back up to the top side on the 33, but what's that going to set up, guys? It's going to set up hidden bear. When you're trending on Entropy, you don't want to see hidden bear set up again. That trend's going to probably continue. I mean, here's the retest. You get outside the power mean band, wave trend. Almost wave trend. You're hitting the 33 log MA right there, but yeah, rejecting off of these areas big time. 15-minute having a little bit of an outlier on some hidden bear on the 15. Local too. Just boop, 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 boop. Let me see. DLP trending. Yeah. Solana. Man, oh man. Interesting. Solana is heavily correlated with Bitcoin right now too. Heavily correlated with Bitcoin. Well, cryptos are surviving this little pullback band. Not many are gonna. What's Hex doing today? Flat. God, that thing is just on a rampage. It was up like 90%, down like 25 yesterday. What's it going to do today? You get a good read on that thing. Same as Boyle in the traditional markets. The old natural gas degen, final destination. That's where they end up. Let's flip this on. Let me go into the chat real quick here. There we go. Nothing. Yep. Good morning, Chapo. Let's see. Yeah. Any requests, you guys? Just pop it in the Alpha Voice chat there. Same thing with TradingView. Pop it in the comments. My friends, and I will pull it up. But meantime, right, I'm going to go check this American shitcoin out real quick. Yikes. Okay, Dixie. Oof. Oh boy, I'm trying. Oh, the little choo-choo that could. Let me go back out. Let me go to the VRE. Let's see where the dollar's at. All the other currencies are probably having a heyday on this dollar for like the last couple weeks now, at least. Yeah. So look what happens to the dollar. Open up the new day, you just dump her out. All right, dump her out without testing the daily range. What just happened? Right to the center, and now it's rejecting off the daily. This thing can't even tie its own shoes right now, man. Let alone freaking make a big move. There is a lot of sell pressure on this thing. I would imagine. Let me see. Maybe a bit surprised if yields are up. Yeah, they are up. Let's see. 10-year up, 0.5. Okay. So, dollar, how are you shaping up here on the daily? Ugly, man. Ugly. Hidden bear. Always some hidden bear playing out. Now, is there bull div? Absolutely. Absolutely there is. Can this thing make a move? Right? Do I even, I mean, personally, I don't really care. Right? But it's like, Jesus. It's nice to have a strong dollar. We definitely don't have one. We definitely don't have one. The 4 hour thing's turning in, went up, tested the bottom side of the power mean band. That was right about where the center of that daily was, right? Center of the new daily volatility range. And we are setting up a massive pull on some hidden bear. I mean, woo! Is this dollar getting ready to just crash? I mean, crash big time. Going into the end of the year here, next few days. It could. Like I said, that dollar breaks 100, you're going to see gold over 21 easily. Hell, maybe more. It's already making a beeline for it. What's it at? 2075? Nice. Good for you, Peter Schiff. Now, go sell some, and buy some Bitcoin. Go do it, big dog. Get yourself a big pile of Bitcoins. Everybody's doing it. It's okay. Yeah, man. I don't. That 4-hour read on the dollar is ugly, 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 ugly. You got the two higher lengths of volatility expanding, positively correlated, but this low length is just wow, man. Bringing it back down. Yeah, I don't quite know. Remember on up there was some bull div. There was some bull div setting up. There's more, right? We're still above the zero mean on the 90-minute. Total random walk, DLP. Guys, from what I'm seeing on these charts, if it has a chance at all, it needs to get its shit in gear because this is it. Yeah, there you go. I mean, no hidden at least. There's no hidden bear. No hidden bear. Obviously, it'd be just bear div. You're getting a higher high on the data set, right? Let me see. So you would be looking for if you got a rejection here in the zero mean, this thing would have just dumped out. Instead, it just popped it right up in some bull. Can't get by the 45-minute wave trend. 33. Got to wick through. I mean, the wick is right to the top of the power mean band. Do we have this thing set up pretty well? Yeah, we do. Then it pulls back and closes inside the 33. That is the 33 power mean. This DLP, man. Interesting. Didn't set up any bear either. The more I diving down through these time frames, be careful, gold bugs. There's always going to be two scenarios here. I'm not just going to talk about one side, right? Like all the YouTubers, pump my own position because I have no idea what I'm doing in these markets. So I'm like, hey, maybe if I get my 10, 12,000 subscribers to do this as well, maybe we can turn this around. It's insane. I am dreading when this stream's over because I got to go split wood, run chainsaw. Oh my God. Yeah, last 2 days, my arms are like rubber too. I got to get a smaller chainsaw. I got the Farm Boss. I mean, that thing probably weighs 15 pounds. And if you chainsaw after about an hour, how you feeling, boys? I don't care how strong you are. A chainsaw will wreck your ass. Yeah, boy. Especially when you're an old shit. Let's see here. Some Mac. So that wick on the 33, when that dollar pumped up to the center of the daily, that was a rejection off the 33-minute reverse Fisher too. I mean, on this 33, I like you close this 33-minute candle above this wave trend, turn this around. Oh man, this dollar could move up. But I've been given both sides, right? Last couple weeks, what this dollar could possibly do, and it's been taking the road to the downside. So I'm definitely seeing a mixed bag here. This thing could go either way. It's going
to go up, down, or sideways.
Yeah, man. Exactly. This is why we trade low time frame volatility. 2 minutes till market open. Here, real quick. Let me turn so I know where to go here. Yeah, extended hours. Let's see who's partying. Let's see who's in the pre-market party. SPY, 0.07. It's kind of going sideways. Not much happening there. Interesting on the Russell ETF. Down 0.43 pre-market. Triple Q's is up 0.26. Let's see. There we go. Natural gas up 3.3%, 3.43%. Boil up 5.3. Degen destination. Fun place. Party. Let's see. Apple up 0.4 pretty much. Airbnb and Adobe going pretty much nothing. Stuck in the mud. Baba's up. I don't care much about Baba, to be honest. Coinbase down 3%. 3.3. Back down to what? Yeah. All right. Gotcha. Yesterday was just did a nice run to the top side. Did a nice run up almost 7.7%. Beautiful move, Coinbase. Beautiful move. People taking some profits. Don't blame them. The Bitcoin will crash. We know what's going to happen. Coinbase will pull back. You'll see Coinbase leading the market, traditional markets to the downside, probably outside of any outliers. Any of these stocks are having. Let's see, 65 love. Meta and Microsoft up pre-market. Nvidia up pre-market. which when I was looking at NVIDIA going to the end of the year, man, the thing looks pretty strong. I mean, come on. You got Congress pumping that thing, right? Getting their little insider information. Crazy, man. What a clown world we live in. What a total clown world we live in. All right, market's open. Let's see. Back up here. Yep. All right, Russell down 0.45. The ETF's down 0.6. What's that VIX? VIX been hanging around this level for a long freaking time, man. Good Lord. These options guys that are stuck on implied volatility and the VIX and stuff, they are just, wow. I'm sure they're losing their freaking minds. Guys, I mean, in my opinion, you find the right assets, this is selling premium heaven, man. Selling premium heaven. Let's see here. Especially, you find the right stock. You find the right stock, you're gonna do very well. And in my opinion, there's probably a lot going into the end of the year here. It might not be a bad idea to get in a February expiration or something. Might have to pull up the brokerage account. Not right now. I'm gonna have to. I haven't even opened it up in a couple weeks, I don't think. Let's see here. I've been so damn busy. God, life just happens, doesn't it? Good Lord. I don't have to tell you, ZenTap. Life definitely happens. What are we doing here? 432. Oil. Yeah, this poor dollar. This poor dollar. Let's pull up Coinbase. I want to see where this thing gapped down to. Where's that sweet little VRE? There you go, baby. Come on down. Come on down. Yeah, below the 1SD. There is the first support here. Let me, okay, let's move chart. Come on now. Well, this thing is just, come on, baby. Yeah. When you're charting on the same platform you're literally streaming from, I can't be the only one having these problems. Granted, I need some more RAM in this damn computer, but yeah, it's more than that. So just hit the first support level on the daily volatility range. We got into it a little bit, but yeah, looks like it's going to try to find some support there. Never good, though. Never good when you populate a 68.3 above where the data set closed. I mean, never good idea, especially you go up and reject, which it didn't, man. This thing just immediately dropped right there. Now it's popping up to the bottom side of the 1SD. There's a tight daily range in here. I mean, it's just right below it. Where is that sucker here? Let me put this on the 1 minute. Let's find out where this little sucker is. There it is. Yep, right at the 1SD. Tell you what, Coinbase can't get above this area. And if Bitcoin continues its down move, yeah, we could see Coinbase. I mean, you're so close already, the 95 for Laplace. We could see this around here, though, 176, 175 area on the close. The BTC doesn't find any strength today. You got the top of the new weekly range here too. Has Coinbase even tested it? This will make a lot. Wait, I got this on the 1 minute. Jesus, it'll take me a week to get there. Hold on. Let me find out here. Yep. No problem. Jesus. All right, chart. Yep, tested it. Big time. I just wanted to make sure. Day one. Got the test on Tuesday. Bingo, bango. Didn't get too deep into it. First support level on the daily. Didn't close the candle below it. And then yesterday, gapped up above the 1SD. Closed above the 1SD. Usually pretty bullish. I wouldn't fade Coinbase right now. Be careful here. Could pull it up on the chart, see what's going on. I like to get at least an hour, though. Hour into the new day. Really get a good read on these lower time frames. Just, yeah, non-continuous markets, be non-continuous markets. What'd you say, my friend?
I was just saying to a nice person in the TradingView channel, we don't give signals.
Sold at 110. When to rebuy? Yeah, we don't really give signals, but yeah, you just pay attention. You'll probably get some good areas.
Exactly. You pay attention, you get the golden nuggets anyway.
Here, let's go back over to Sol. because I did just talk about it. One thing I can tell you, hold on, let me scale this correctly. Okay, dokey. One thing I can tell you is that you got the 95, you got both distributions, Laplace and normal distribution. Normal distribution is the bell curve. Everybody knows about the bell curve. If you don't, you must have been sleeping in high school. But anyway, they're right on top of each other. Total magnet for price action. And I can say when it comes to probabilities, there's a 95.4% chance Sol's not going to close below 97 today. 95.4% chance the daily candle is not going to close below there. We got a lot of the day left. This thing could, we could see the bottom of the weekly. And usually on a very bullish asset like this, you're going to gather some liquidity down here. That's definitely a point of interest for me if this thing really dumps out. If you get a wick down, right? 92, 93 area, right in that range. You got the third standard deviation normal distribution right below it, about 91.5. So if you break the 95.4% probabilities, then there's a 99.7% chance you don't close below 91.5. You got Solana down already, what, 7.5%? I've been talking about this too. Just talking about that top side of the monthly range at 102.7 right here. That Solana's probably going to be right around here by the weekly, the monthly, the yearly, the quarterly close, all happening on Monday. Pretty wild, man. I think there's going to be some fireworks. There's going to be some fireworks.
Yeah. For sure. Yeah, I think the question was like buy at 87 or something like that was his question.
Yeah.
If you look at the VREs, you'll see that the daily S4 is currently at 87.5. So not too far off if we were to go down there on the daily. But there's no, to get there, it would have to break through the the bottom of the weekly. It would have to break through the 4 hour and third across down. Have to get down to that daily S4, and that's the daily S4. That's it could happen. Sure, it's had some crazy days recently. It's not always impossible, but I wouldn't necessarily expect it to happen right now. But it is in a trending move to the downside, like on the 15 minutes. So it certainly is possible.
Could we get wicks down here today? Absolutely. But I'm just saying, once you get below these probability levels, you got to immediately look like, hey, there's a 99.7% chance there, 95.4% chance there. You gotta remember about those probabilities. For sure. Yeah, definitely, my friend.
If we get down to that daily S4, that's beyond the 99.7. That's some pretty pretty outrageous probability, although it does happen.
Yeah. And definitely, if you're watching on TradingView, ask questions, man. That's why we are really here. That's why we are here, to really get you guys going on this stuff. And if you're not in the Discord already, hit the link in the description of these videos. Come in, open a support ticket, request the free Volatility Starter Pack. You'll get access to that and the channels that go along with that for education. And you get, you're going to be in a Discord. A lot of people have been studying this for quite some time. Ask questions. This is the most important thing. A lot of us, especially the old timers, did not have help, right? We had one maniac guy you couldn't even fucking put anything together with, really. You had to take bits and pieces and try to assemble this puzzle. So having this at your fingertips, and we're not charging anything. That's people are so, when it comes to like these markets and trading and trying to figure it out, there is a lot of scams out there. There are a lot of people that shouldn't even be trying to teach technical analysis. They have no clue what they're doing. They're using lagging information, charging people money to learn. I'm not down with that at all. People have lost enough money in these markets. We need to teach them how to recoup all that. That's our plan. Okay, let me see here. But Solana and Bitcoin, very correlated. But this is a no freaking brainer. I knew this was going to happen. It's just you can't get outside. Can you close outside the monthly volatility range? Sure you can. We've seen it happen. But chances are you're going to be right around there. On a bullish asset, you're probably going to close right around the top side of that at the end of that month. And we're right there. It's at 102, and Solana's been moving pretty well. So it could happen. BTC right at 42,750. Not bad. Not bad. But yeah, Solana and Bonk pulling back, man. Pulling back. Especially that Bonk. It got so far above its monthly. I mean, I was screaming. I was just telling people, don't buy this up here. Stop it. Come here, girl. You let this dog in. That was a really bad area to buy a big bag of Bonk. Those people, you want to know how much they're down right now? Well, you're a Bonk investor. That's what you are right now. Let me pull. You are an investor in Bonk.
You bought at the high. Well, you did the opposite of what you should do.
Yeah. Let's pull this in. Let's go to a 4 hour.
Unfortunately, people do that because they just don't know how to read the information.
Let's blow this up. Ooh, there was that little bonky pumpy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Let's see what that pullback is up to now. God, I would assume it's 70% probably. No, it's close. 65. About 65% pullback from the top. Think there's some people buying up here? Absolutely. It all happens every time, man. Oh my God, this thing's going to the moon. I got FOMO. I got to buy a big bag of bonk. Well, your big bag of bonk's down 65% right now. Oh, nice, man. Beautiful. Yeah. Dude, I'm learning every day still too, my friend. Learning every day. There's always something new with this. It's incredible. Yeah, and bonk on the 4 hour, trending to the downside. That's one hell of a pullback. And I'm sure, and that's the whole thing too. When you come and you start to learn, it's like just put all the old stuff away. Don't even look at it. Because like right now, people that are looking at the data set are probably like, oh, this is great support. Data sets aren't support and resistance. That's the biggest problem. You got people out there teaching, showing you how to set up. Look, here's some little blue boxes, little liquidity zones and stuff. I mean, come on, man. This is a random market. These data sets, everything happening here, right? Price action follows returns. That it's just like when people are putting horizontals on data sets and being told that's great support, that's great resistance, using like exponential and simple moving averages that lag behind price because they're built on price. Price doesn't follow price. Price follows returns. It's pretty simple. But from what I'm seeing on the VRE and stuff, this is a good spot. I wouldn't hate anybody buying bonk here, right? I wouldn't be against anybody buying bonk here. Could it dip lower? Absolutely, it could. Depends on what's going to happen here with Bitcoin going into the end of the year. But crypto's pretty bullish right now. Pretty bullish going into this halving. But there's going to be fireworks. Indeed. I mean, if you go back and look at the last couple halvings, there was definitely some fireworks, man. Got to be careful. Got to be careful. You'll know. We'll know on these charts, right? When this thing starts ripping, when this little pullback's over. And it's just, we're just coming into a lot of closes. When we get all these new candles here on Monday, it's going to be a beautiful thing. Let's see here.
Traditionals are kind of flat right now today.
Yeah, going into the end of the year, I'm sure people are. Plus, I'm sure people are taking some profits and stuff. Although I'm exactly against that, though. Just going to add more onto the taxes. Wait to the first. Wait to the first. Yeah. 66. That's a great number too, man. It's a good year for you. Power numbers. Power numbers. Hell, one of my best years I ever had was when I was 33, which literally is about 22 years ago. I don't know what happened. It's all been a dream. It's all been a dream. I was in Tahoe skiing powder days. Loving life. Let's see. All right, Bonk, that's enough of you, buddy. Yeah, Soul. I wouldn't be a bit surprised to see Soul close up there around 102 by like Monday. Then again, it's pretty wild that we're having all those closes on the same day. Pretty wild. Weekly, monthly, yearly, quarterly, yearly. It's crazy. A lot of closes. And if you haven't seen it, let me get on BTC. Because I'm just in love with data sets. What can I say? Love the data sets. Put this thing on a 3-month and just gaze at it. Look at that beautiful thing. That is one hell of a quarterly candle. One hell of a quarterly candle right there. And this is Bitcoin. Pretty much since, was able to start charting. 09. Beautiful. It's a bull.
Yep.
It's a bull. People in traditional markets, they'll just don't want to look at it. They don't want to look at it. It's like, it's okay, man. It's okay. Bitcoin's a bull. Don't be afraid of Bitcoin. Now,
speaking of crypto, UniUSD is up nicely today. Uniswap.
Yeah. The swaps are hot right now.
Yeah, it's like up 6, almost 7% on the day.
Well, let's go to Uni. Have it on here, I believe. Don't I? Maybe I don't. Come on. How can you not have Uni up here? I like Uniswap. Beep. There we go. Binance, Tether. You said USD though, correct?
Yeah, UniUSD.
There it is. Uniswap, Coinbase. Ooh, packing away a nice little doji right now. No bear div. Just setting up here. Yeah.
That's a random walk.
Yeah, had some hidden bull right there. Popped it. Didn't set up any bear unless you're going to go way back here. And a lot has happened since then. It'd be different. It'd be different if this was another lower low. But it's not. Did that bear div play out? Absolutely. Right here. Boom. You had this little pullback to the 9 log MA. But what'd that do? Just set up some hidden bull and the thing ran it right up to where it's at now. Yeah, Uni, huh? 6.5%. Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is the old watch list, so I got it on there. Where are you? Crypto. All right, Uni.
Nice move so far today.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely. Let me get on. Let's see here. Does this look like on the daily? Yeah, daily. Got outside the power mean band twice here recently. Outside the power mean band, wave trend. Outside the power mean band, it bounced on the 9, but then boom, we just got the wave trend.
Yep, and it's a trending move right now too.
Yeah, trending on the daily. Top. Wow. Good stuff. Good freaking stuff. Actually, from the cross right here, we had a little hidden bull. Girl, what are you doing? Oh, my poor girl. She's a little confused lately. If you go out, you're staying out for a little while. You want to go out? Come on. She's been in and out 3 times in the last hour. Yeah, she's definitely slipping a bit, getting a little confused. See that guy? Any job you can do in your PJs is a great freaking job. LFG. I'm just preparing though for all the woodwork I'm getting ready to go out and do today. Oh God, gotta get coffeeed up.
Yeah. Does somebody need to make a meme that Bilbo's got wood?
Let's go. Sure. Got wood? Look at the 90-minute. Yeah, you're bouncing right there. We'll just come back on. Yeah, it's just riding the power mean band up. Riding the power mean band up. Look at that. Hidden bull down here on the 90-minute. Hadn't even crossed the 0 mean yet. Prediction model's flipping back and forth. It's going back in the trend on the 90. Going back in the trend. There's volatility expansion still to be had too, and everything's positively correlated. This thing finishes off, crosses 0 mean on a little volatility finish. Could see this thing pop. Where to? Well, let's pop it on the VRE and see where this thing's at. Probabilities. Can't forget about the probabilities. Let's see here. Yeah, and where are you? Where are you right now? 95.4 Laplace distribution range, second standard deviation. Got up above it earlier in the day, pulled back. Where to? Top side of the 68.3 pretty much. Didn't close the candle below this weekly resistance level. It looks like it's this first one. Here's the top of the weekly. Let's make sure Uni tested it. We get all excited here. Oh, not really, man. Did it get close enough right here, though? I mean, it made an effort. Got to the bottom side of the 68.3. What is it? 6.95. 6.7. No, man. Take a quick little peek here. Boop. Yeah, not going for that, man. We got an untested little weekly range here on Uni. We're going to get it today. No. In fact, we're at the top side of the 95.4. So, that being said, this would literally have to break down through the daily 68.3 to even sniff that out today. And I don't know if that's going to happen. I saw a lot of trend happening right there. But can this happen by the end of the year? It could, man. That's what I'm saying. Be careful right now. Be careful right now. I don't care what markets you're in. Be real careful. There is a lot going on. A lot going on. It has got the algo's attention big time. Guarantee that. All hands on deck. I mean, I'd like to look back and see the last time if it's ever happened, right? Daily, literally, 4-hour close, a daily close, a weekly close, a monthly close, a quarterly close, all on the same day. Pretty powerful. And obviously, it's the last 4-hour candle of the day. Let's not be 4 hour. How's that playing? It's a 4-hour candle close. I'm just saying, these are all the closes that are going to happen at the exact same time. It's pretty nuts, man. A lot could happen. A lot could happen. Yeah. Indeed. Let's see here. Oh, Uni. Getting it. Getting it. Yeah, BTC. Yeah, it slid off a little bit more. Good. Good. That shorts up on Bitfinex a little bit. The longs have been slowly rising. I think got down to about 70K. It's back up about 1,400, 1,500. 95 just today. 95 Bitcoins longed on Bitfinex. Let me see here. Pop back over here. See what is going on. You know what? Let's look at these Forex pairs a little bit. See the dollar getting racked up. Not too bad.
Yeah, the RMLR Bitcoin 4 hour is. I mean, the RMLR is just an amazing tool.
Oh, big time.
So amazing. It pulled that mean reversion that I pointed out. Was in progress a couple of days yesterday, 2 days ago on the 26th. I was like, yep, it's more likely to touch that RMLR again than it is to knock down to the third standard deviation band again. And sure enough, pulled up, did that full mean reversion to the to both RMLRs actually and the power mean. We're coming back down on the 4 hour. Just absolutely fantastic.
Whew. Yen spanking the dollar today. The yen is up 0.7 on the dollar, but then you got pound and euro down. You got pound down almost 0.3 on the dollar. Interesting, but it's making a little bounce right now. Does it reject on the center of the daily here though? Does the dollar get a little more leverage on it? Not talking about leverage. I'm talking about I'm bigger than you. That kind of leverage. Leverage like in wrestling. Not leverage as in I want to get liquidated. Two different kinds of leverage. Let's see. Jeez Louise, man. Swiss franc. The Swedish bikini team is slapping the freaking US dollar around a little bit. 0.9. Good Lord. Yeah.
That's all that Nestle we're drinking.
Dollar tried to go back to the other stream. This is some good comedy show here. Circle back. That was great. I got it. I'm here every day. I remember a lot. I just can't remember what I had for breakfast yesterday. Let's see. What are we doing? It happens.
Some things are more important to remember than others.
Yeah, indeed. It's a little easier too when you almost every day eat the same thing for breakfast. Not hard to remember.
I probably had the same thing I had yesterday.
Yeah. Oh, whatever it was, I had it then. Let's see. I can remember a week ago. I bet the breakfast I had a week ago was very similar to the breakfast I had yesterday. Crazy, man. Yeah, Forex interesting right now. Forex interesting because the euro and the pound are down. Dollar's up on them a little bit, but then Jesus, right? You got the Swiss. You got franc. You got franc and the yen up. What's that pair doing? Franc and yen. Do I even have that pair here? I don't think I do. Yen franc? Yen franc? Franc yen? Where are you? I do not have it. Or do I? Hold on here. What is going on? Yeah, okay. Dollar's up on the lira. And ruble, though. Ruble up 2.2% on the dollar. Holy shit. Look at this pair. Oh, my God.
That looks like Doge.
Dude. We got some Russian bots in here. Jesus. What a shit show this pair is. Have fun trading that. No thanks. These are the pairs I don't want to trade.
Yeah.
I will dip out of that. Thank you very much. Even the algos though, man. Respect these ranges. There's the weekly. Here's the monthly. I mean, this thing was set up bullish. You had a tight daily above a weekly monthly. Woohoo! Bye. Russians coming in hot. Wow. But then again, if you're sad that the ruble's up on the dollar, all you gotta do, invert the scale. Oh, look, everything's good. Dollar's crushing it. All right. Being funny here, folks. What just happened? Why are the candles going up pink? That's supposed to, wait a minute. Aren't those the blue ones? I'm confused on your colors. It happens. Yeah, that's interesting. Look at that pair, man. Got a little battle going on right now. Not just all the proxy wars going on around the world. This is the real battle right here. US dollar and the ruble. The Russians have advanced. God, can't we all just get along? Indeed.
Apparently not.
Right.
Apparently not.
I like to drink vodka with Russians.
Sure. Or anybody.
Yeah, or anybody for that fact. I'm just saying. Especially, dude, living out in Tahoe so long, guys, everybody's there. There are people from all over the world, man. It is like a destination. So, I've met a lot of people, party with a lot of people. We all get along. There's no reason why we can't. No reason. Well, one reason. All those guys in suits. All those guys in suits
and hats, my friend.
Yep.
Suits and hats.
Suits and hats. Pretty crazy. Yeah, I just wanted to breeze over here. Breeze over a little bit. Yeah, Quatch is getting hammered. But it has been. That's a down 25.6. At some point, they will recover. Yeah, that was the big pair that stuck out, man. That was the pair that stuck out. I mean, you see all these percentage moves, and you get down to the ruble dollar, and you're like, hey. Be careful, Russia. We might deliver you some democracy. And these are all jokes, people. I hope we can handle some fun. Yeah. Tony, man, how in the hell haven't I even pulled the chart up on gold? I feel ashamed. I was gonna. Yeah, man, if that dollar breaks 100, your gold's gonna rip up over 21 probably. That's what I'm seeing. And it's in the cards today, for sure. Hell, it's right at the 1 SD, the top side. Rejected off the top side of the 68.3 earlier. Look at the wicks into the bottom of the daily volatility range. 1, 2. Got one below it there, but there's one right to it. Look at these candles. Candle didn't close below it. wicks right into the 4-hour 1SD. And now here we are. 4-hour wise, we're at the top side of the 68.3. During this 4-hour candle, this thing shoots up real quick to about 2084. Within that 4-hour candle, this thing's closing pretty damn soon. Let me get gold on here. Hold on, give me 1 second. All right, gold, there you are. My shiny rock friend.
Ooh, look at that.
Well, my train track just... Bzzoo!
Look at that.
Why the hell did I pull this chart up? What did I
Wow.
want to look at here? So what happens when you get old, kids? This is like when you leave the living room, get to the kitchen, you're like, why the hell did I just come in the kitchen? Now I'm just like, why the hell did I just come into this chart? What the hell?
All the volatilities are falling. All the correlations are falling. They're negative. I mean, come on.
Right. Oh, yeah. I was going to look up here at 21. Let me see here real quick. What's this daily doing? Running. Yeah, we're going to have to drop down through here. See if this pullback got us down. What's that to? 33 log MA, 33 power mean. Looking for one of these dips. What did we get into here? There we go. That's what I'm looking for. What's the top side? 2084. Riot. Let me see. 2084. That's 88. Yeah, man. Okay. Let's see here. 5. Give me a 33 minute. There we go. Top side of the power meter. 2084. Man, there's a lot of stuff right around 2085. Tell me that right now. And this does look like it is recovering. Indeed. Yeah. Gold's probably about to nail 2082 here in the next. I'm talking quickly, actually. Maybe this 33-minute candle just populated about 5 minutes ago. Hell, it could be quicker than that. Let me look at the 15-minute chart. Something's on a mission right now. See if we got some confluence there as well. What's this Fisher at? 2084. This thing can pop 5 points real quick. Dixie's just a shit show, so interesting. So yeah, Dixie today drops down below. You could see a 1SD move today on gold. No problem. The Dixie continues to go down. That's an easy move for gold. First standard deviation, 68.3% range. Yeah, good stuff. And that's what these probabilities are all about. But that's such a big range. Yeah, you know what the distribution's really powerful at doing? Setting a range to sell premium. That's what it's all about. But along the way, we were like, hold the door. What? Hodor. Like, what is that? Lord of the Rings? Or not Lord of the Rings. Fucking whatever the hell that movie was. King's Landing and all that shit.
Game of Thrones.
All the dragons and Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones.
Yeah, man. This could easily do this. Easily. The dollar's trying now, and there was bull div on low time frames. But so these probabilities, right? There's the top side of the first standard deviation. Here's the bottom side. Every day, there's a 68.3% chance this data set is going to close in this range. Top side 21, bottom side 2062. Literally like a 38-point range. When it comes to Laplace distribution, it's a lot tighter. Just Google the distribution models, see what they look like. You'll immediately go, oh, that's why it's tighter. I mean, you could show it to a 3-year-old and be like, oh, that's tighter. So yeah, top side is at what, 2088? So there's a 68.3% chance it'll close in between these white cross lines. The party really starts when you break those 68.3% levels. You see the bottom side, 95 for Laplace on gold at 2050 area, right above the weekly range that has gold tested. We got another one. Gold. Yeah. I remember looking at it. Day one. You were right at it pretty much. That is definitely inside the percentage that I'm looking for. But was that uni? Yeah, uni, 4%. No bueno. No bueno, man. I'm looking for that to get tested before this week's up. Indeed. Yeah, I like gold though, man. Let me see here. Start at the daily. I didn't even do a workflow on this thing. Oh man, this thing's setting up a lot of bear div on the daily. But when you see the DLP building like this and not setting up that, and you see no correlation back here, positive or negative, You dip a little bit below here and set up all this hidden bull. This thing could fly. Another reason why this could end up at 2,100 today if the dollar keeps dipping. If the dollar moves back up, like especially back up to 101, not a chance. We are trending the top side too on the daily. And the volatility, low length, guys, it's printing zeros right now. We got a move coming. Is it a no-brainer going into the year? Some things are setting up like this. Yeah, this year could start off with a volatility bang. Yes, well, Chapo. Indeed, my friend. Let me see. Everybody love everybody. It's not just song. It's not just music. We can get along. Who here's been to a dead show? You want to see a big love puddle? Jesus. Pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. Saw a lot of them. Probably almost 200. Pretty good times. Everybody.
I don't know how many dead shows I've been to.
That's even, yeah. I don't know the exact number either. But I know it's up there. It's a lot. And it was packed into about a 6-7 year period too. It was like 88, 95. Yeah.
Right on.
But anytime anybody ever asks me, so what was the best concert you've ever seen? I'm like, oh man, dude. One of the million dead shows I went to. Nothing ever compared for me. There's nothing like a good Grateful Dead show, man.
Yeah,
Especially when you're there for all three shows, when you're literally touring.
Yeah.
Crazy, man. We had a freaking 66 passenger school bus. Pizza oven. What did I say for? Nitrous in the front, pizza out the rear. Spent a lot of time in the front of the bus. Good times. What are you gonna do? Yeah,
school buses in the parking lot.
Yeah. If you ever went to a dead show in between like probably 80, early 89 to 95, and you heard a hiss coming from a school bus, it's probably me. Probably me. Somebody right now is probably going, I knew that dude. Good stuff, man. Good stuff.
I do remember getting on the mythical, fabled blue school bus. That was like driving around from, I don't know, like the late 60s or early 70s.
Right.
To sometime in the 90s. And at some point, it was in Philadelphia in a parking lot at a show. And I got on the thing. I was so tempted to stay on that. That I was like, yeah, I probably better go off this thing before I wake up across the country. Somewhere I don't recognize.
Yeah,
Which did happen to a friend
Prince,
of mine,
good show too. Well,
he fell asleep in a bus.
Right.
I think it was Philly or somewhere in Jersey. And he woke up like literally in California. It was the next place he remembered.
It's like, what the hell happened? Where am I? And some of the last dead shows my parents were going to. So we were taking mom and dad. That was fun. That was real fun. Gave dad mushrooms for the first time. Or so he said it was the first time. Maybe a little too many. He had a great time. I just turn around as he's going down. We're in an amphitheater, right? So the grass is at a decline like that. So you're sitting up Indian style. You know, you're very comfortable. I turned right when he's going down, falling back into the hill. He stretched his legs out. His feet immediately turned down, and he started grabbing the grass with his toes. I was like, oh, fuck. He's in outer space trying to ground himself. I'm like, Dad, you there? He's like, he's just laying back going, oh, this is great. I'm like, do you know you're grabbing the ground with your toes right now? Oh, is that what's happening? Yep. Oh, shit. And if you haven't lost your car at a dead show, you haven't lived yet.
That's right.
Fuck. I mean, every show. You come out of there and you're just lost. You are lost. You leave, it's daytime. You come back at parking lot at night, it's like a whole nother universe. You're like, I have no idea where my shit's at. What am I gonna do? Just gotta wait till people just start flooding out. Finally, you'll find your car at some point.
If you haven't experienced seeing people saying, I need a miracle, to getting dead tickets.
Yeah. Yep, for sure.
I need a miracle, man.
Walking around, they're so tired, they got their hand on top of their head with their finger up. I need a miracle. Oh, nothing like the Grateful Dead shows, man. Jesus. Such a good
Somehow
time.
we end up trading.
Yeah. I survived. I remember when it was all over, at least the original, right? When Jerry died, I was just like, okay, it's all over now. I don't think I'm going to live to be 50.
But then Satoshi came along and saved us all.
Yeah. Satoshi was like, hey, let's freaking go.
I've got this other thing you can like that's also very libertarian-ish. Freedom!
Freedom!
We don't need banks. You got Bitcoin.
Yeah. This prediction model on the 4-hour has flipped. He is, man. This dollar. Good Lord. I mean, just, you got 90 minute. 90 minute. Lower low, man. I mean, it's not really setting up any div, but this thing is just, it needs to get its shit together. Almost a total random walk right now. Just back at the 33 log MA too. Boop. Just send a little wick. Yeah, if the dollar wants anything to happen down on this 15 minute, you got to stay up above this wave trend. It just crossed back up the Fisher right here. Right? And what happened right when that cross was getting ready to happen? That little data set scurried right up there. And then closed the candle right there above it, came back, tested that wave trend, shot right up through the 99 log MA. Where did it end up? On literally an hour later, that candle did not closed right at the reverse wave trend. But now, because the wave trend was turned up a bit, that next 15-minute candle closed below it, ran a wick down, tested that 33 log MA. And right now, variance check, returns below the mean, variance rising. That's what's happening there. Interesting. Indeed. Telling you, man, 33 minutes, thing's setting up, hidden bull. Hidden bull. Long as this can stay up above this 33 power mean, which on the 33 minute just sent a wick right to it. I would imagine this plays out. This hidden bull plays out on the 33. You're going to make your way up here and probably close some candles above this wave trend. You'll be close to 101 again. That's definitely going to stop gold in its tracks or making that move. But if the dollar dumps out, makes its way to break 100. And that's going for the rest of this week too. You'll see if it closes like this on the yearly, gold below 100, you'll probably see gold, or not gold, Dixie below 100, gold above 21. Powerful little shiny rocks. Man, they're heavy though. You ever carried a case of gold or silver? And I'm talking about just coins, rounds. It's heavy, man. Pretty damn heavy. 36 pounds to be exact. Get in here. Come on. I think last time I bought like 5 cases of silver out in Nevada. Did a little flip. Bought at 12, sold at 18. That was some good profit. What'd I do? Bought Bitcoin with it. How smart's that? Hey, let's flip this silver to buy real digital gold. But I thought I'd try to carry them all in at the same time. Didn't work. I went inside. You guys got a wagon? Pull this in. Literally almost 200 pounds. 200 pounds of heavy metal. Like, what the hell? In boxes this big. I mean, they're tiny, man. Tiny little boxes. It's the most awkward thing you've ever carried. It's a 36-pound little brick. Crazy, man. Crazy. All right. Let's see your magic, Dixie. Let's see your magic. Well, ZenTap, you want to talk about anything specific I can pull a chart up on while I go relieve myself for a couple minutes?
Yeah, man. You know what? Actually, do put up some. Put up Bitcoin on this chart on the 15 minute. Actually,
Gotcha.
that's a good chart to put up on ye old Bitcoin.
And you want it on this chart? You want the VRE? You want
Yeah,
the
index. Yeah, index is fine. Yeah.
All right, boom.
I like looking at the index.
I will be right back.
Generally speaking, it's a good chart to look on.
Yes.
And since the asset right now, as you can see here, the asset is walk basically, and it's spinning a random walk. It's on a totally random walk on the 4 hour. If you look down to 15 minute, it remains, it's on a random walk. It had kind of a little trending move for a candle about 4 or 5 candles ago, as you had a rising negative correlation on the entropy, and so you see the asset's been sloping down gently as the random walk's been kind of to the downside, but a little bit flat there, and you can see that also on the volatility as well. You can see that the correlation and the volatility match to make a sideways walk, which is pretty much what we had, sideways walk to the downside. And you can see there very nicely also that it triggered that move, right? And when you see the returns oscillator peaked out shy of the SDDEV bands, and just shy of it, and started hobbling down towards the downside, which played out. There was a hidden bear, and then a bull, and a bull div, and then got the little tiny little bull candle before 4 candles ago. 1, 2, 3, 4 candles ago. It was like a tiny little move to the upside, and then boom, it started falling down again. On the returns oscillator, you can see it was just coming right back down. And now the returns oscillator is right at or just below the mean. You got all 4 fissures in this chart, but all 4 fissures are below the mean and falling. And the DLP also to the downside, it's just about at the first confidence interval level to the downside. And what does that tell you? It tells you that you're approaching a 68.3 area effectively to the downside. And is there a pseudo Laplace on the screen? No, but the pseudo Laplace is also just below the mean and towards the downside, while you've got variance rising, and it looks like we've got correlation as well. So variance rising on not on positive correlation. So that is what happens. You see the price action is going down. Yes, the price action is going down. It's amazing how these tools work out. Look how far below this price action is right now, by the way, below the power mean. You can see it's really far away from, relatively, away from the reverse wave trend. You can see it's well below, at least well below the bottom of the power mean. So what happens when you have an outlier like this, and it's pulling all the way down, right? You've got a very high probability that it is going to, because it happens all the time, right? The returns mean revert. So at some point, it is going to revert to the mean. At the moment, the mean, wow, that is such a jumbled mess. Let me see if I can get in there. Yeah, right now the boom, the mean, the 30 power mean is right at 43 and change. So if it's going to revert to that mean, that's what it's going to be reverting to. And you've got, let's see where the old, I don't see it on your chart, but I'll just pull it up here on mine just to see it anyway. On the 15-minute, it has not hit a third standard deviation to the downside since the last reversion. So it has room to run to the downside if it chooses to. And if it does, we're looking at, it could come down to, let me double check that. Sorry, wrong asset. I'm on Sol on this other chart here. Let me just pull up a quick look here on the old Bitcoin. There we go, Bitcoin index. Yeah, it has not, came real close to a third standard deviation to the downside on the RMLR, but did not hit it. Means it could easily revert. Once it hits that band, it would be reverting. And it has been reverting back and forth to the RMLRs, which are real tight together, moving to the downside. And since you've got entropy moving to the downside, and it is in a trending move to the downside effectively, or it's building up into a trending move to the downside, still kind of random, but it's very close to being a nice trending move. It is correlated to the downside. So that's why we're seeing a continuing sell-off, and that is perfectly normal. We're literally witnessing why the VEPS is such a glorious system to trade with, because candle by candle as you progress down every single candle here. I mean, just look at it from where it reverted down back from the last candle that it was at the center of the daily range on Bitcoin. You can see there when it was right around 43,097. So it just happens to be right where it hit the reverse wave trend. Right there, you can see it just rejected off that reverse wave trend and then just came right back down and bounced around off the bottom of the middle of the weekly, bounced back up to the top of the weekly, and from there, when it hit a 4-hour level at 42,909, it came right back down, fell below the bottom of the weekly, and fell to the center of the weekly again, and now tapped literally right above the bottom of the weekly, which was right near a third standard deviation RMLR band to the downside. Bounced back up to the center of the weekly and back down to it, and that's once again right at this daily S level at 42,509. So you're at the 42,509, which is one, and it's been there now twice, once on a wick and once on this candle, which is where it is, fighting to see if it can move down below or if it is going to go further down. But you've got the rising variance, currently rising variance, positively correlated. So we'll see if this puppy moves up as it will, and if it does, then we would see a move towards the upside. If it actually gets to the fat tail outlier, it'd be a no-brainer. But at the moment, it is still to the downside, and it is right in. Man, it's what a beautiful intersection right here. You've got the two RMLRs coming together right now. They intersected on this candle, and they are looking like they want to continue to the downside for a little while in the 15 minutes. Look at the volatility. Look at the volatility playing out. You've got when you see rising volatility and falling correlation, right? You know what that's going to do. And you can literally see it right there on the asset, man. Look at the price action there. It's following that beautifully. So all in all, I mean, this asset is doing today pretty much everything the VEPS has been saying without fail, including when it was in a random walk, right? When it's randomly walking, you can see it was randomly walking sideways, had nice little pumps to the upside, and you can see that because it was just, going sideways. And the next random walk that we had, it went again a little bit of sideways, and then until once it shifted from negative correlation to positive correlation, the random walk continued to the upside, and then a bit sideways, but to the upside. And then from there, once it went back into a trending move, the trending move was to the downside. Again, it was a weak trending move.
Oh, I get it. Just start new chats.
And we saw it go down. So literally, I mean, this information is telling you candle by candle what are the probabilities that are happening on this candle and on the next candle. And why is that important? Because if you know first of all, forget the next candle. If you know the probabilities of where the candle that you're currently on is going to close, you have much better percentage chances of being correct on the move. And if you're trading low time frames and you're just using the 15 minute as a monitor to see, what the general direction is on the day, and you're making lower time frame scalps, 9 minutes, 6 minute, 5 minute, 3 minute, 1 minute, whatever, you have a much higher probability of being on the correct side of the trade. You just have to make sure you get in and out quickly so that you don't get wrecked by a quickly moving asset. And as you can see here, right, if you had been, let's say, at the top of the move, right when it started to make this latest move to the downside, if you'd stayed in there and you thought to yourself, we made this one candle down, I think I'm just going to stay in it. But you had rising variance that was negatively correlated.
What?
Right? Why would you do that, right? You would stay in there and you would have gotten wrecked. If you would have gotten out, then you would have saved yourself a boatload of money, right? If you would have not been in a position, like a long position when it was falling. That's why we don't stay in long positions or short positions. Basically, we don't stay in positions when we're wrong. We just get out of the trade. Easiest way to not lose money is don't be in the wrong trade, right? It's much better to pull off a Band-Aid than to have to rip off a massive bandage and be in agony. And it's just a matter of not being emotional about it. So if you really care about the asset you're trading, we say this all the time. If you're emotional about an asset you're trading, don't trade it. You want to invest in something because you like it. Go ahead, invest, but that's not trading. That's your holding long term. You have a long term plan. You believe in it for some reason. Whatever, you have information that convinces you that you should be in it long term. You should frankly use the VEPS for that too. But if you want to use information to be holding, use that information to hold. But for scalping, I mean, look at the VEPS. Like it doesn't matter what quarterly information is or annual information is for trading low time frame. It just matters what the VEPS are doing in that given time frame, because that information moves so quickly. And look how underwater you could be if you'd been in a long from that top of that little random walk that we had earlier today about 3.5 hours ago. You'd be under a not significant amount, right? Like from P3, it dropped down to like 2.5. You'd be down like $500 if you were trading a Bitcoin. Well, that would suck, right? So instead of doing that, you get out. If you're wrong, you get out after the very first candle, or even during the, like if it's wrong for minutes, wrong for a minute, you just get out. There's no point in staying in a move if you're wrong about the direction. You just wait for the next opportunity, right? The next occurrence of opportunity, which always comes around no matter what, and it will tell you when the next move is being set up. And if you don't see a perfect move being set up, or a move that has multiple key indicators or primary indicators telling you this is going this way or this is going that way, just don't get in the move. You're better off being out of the move until you are really confident that it's going to move in the direction that you want to trade. Until then, you're better off staying out of the move, trading something else where you see an occurrence of opportunity that is, you can't ignore it because it's so obviously going to happen. Take that move. When you have like 3 or more primary indicators saying, yep, this is going up, or yep, this is going down, I guarantee you, if you have 3 primary indicators like volatility, entropy, and variance or returns, you're going to see more than just 3, right? You're probably going to have the power mean indicating that. You're probably going to have the VREs indicating that. You're probably going to have entropy oscillator indicating that. You're probably going to have wave trend indicating that. You're probably going to have reverse wave trend indicating. But there's no shortage of things you're probably going to see as well. When you have 3 or more primary indicators, that's when you know you have a relatively high probability of making the right decision on the move. And if you want to, if you're new to this, try it out. Like write it down. Okay, or mark it with a vertical bar on the candle where you think you should make an entry, and then mark it down with a vertical candle on when you should make an exit. And don't do it according to the price action. Do it according to the volatility. Do it according to the entropy. Do it according to the variance. Put your vertical candle there and look at the price action. Once you're done with the move, look at the price action at the start of the move and the end of the move and see if you were right. Right? That's an easy way to do it. Don't look at the price action candles while you're learning, in my opinion, because that'll just deceive you. Your eyes will deceive you 100% of the time, especially when you're learning. Why? Because when you're following the price action, you're not paying attention to the volatility and the returns and the entropy. And those are the things that matter in trading the VEPS. All about the volatility is all about the entropy, probability and statistics of all of those things. That's what makes the markets move. It's not the price action. We say all the time, price action just follows the returns. Price action follows the volatility. Volatility creates the price action. Literally, what is volatility? Again, volatility is the standard deviation of log return on investments. Put shortly, it's the standard deviation of returns. What is the standard deviation of returns? Well, we show you the normal distribution patterns all the time, all right? The 68.3, the 95.5, the 99.7. Those are standard deviations of the returns. What does it mean, returns on investment? Returns on investment are the thing that investors and traders are looking to capitalize on. Put money into the market in order to increase your returns on investment. That's why tools like the returns oscillator are so, because with the returns oscillator, whether it's the ALR or the classic RO, either one of those, the returns oscillator and the alpha laser returns shows you whether the returns are increasing or decreasing, and you want your returns in your personal P&L to be going up, whether the returns in the asset price or the returns in the asset are going up or down. Right? It doesn't matter if the returns are going up or down. It matters that your P&L is increasing, and you do that by making sure you capitalize on entering the trade when the returns are optimal for an entry, and exiting the trade when the returns are optimal for an exit. What does that mean? Well, for example, let's say you want to take a long, and all the things are lining up to take a long. and your returns are really low. They're like 2 or 3 standard deviations below the middle of the returns. Okay, so what do you do then? Okay, when you enter your long, because you see that the volatility is crushed and the volatility is crushed, and they have nothing to do but go up, and maybe the entropy is in the total random walk, and the correlation is pretty flat, and it's about to expand, so there's nothing it can do but go up, most likely. Well, I mean, it doesn't have to, right? Because you could have the, for example, volatility could shoot up and the correlation could stay flat, in which case it won't necessarily go up, yeah? But if they do both start to go up and you put in your entry and you are correct on the entry and you see the returns rising from about 2 standard deviations below the mean, and it gets up to 1 or 2 standard deviations above the mean, well, that's already 4 standard deviations that has gone up. Don't be greedy. Take your profits. If you see it's going to continue rising, great. Let it rise, right? Let it ride to the top. Maybe it'll go up to the standard deviation of the upside, and you'll have made 5 standard deviations on the move. That is a really awesome, capital gain on the trade. And don't be greedy and think, oh, it's going to keep rising. The price is going to keep rising. No, look at the returns. Have the returns peaked out on the top side or the bottom side. Once the returns peak out, you got to take your profits. Once the entropy peaks out and it starts getting out of the trending move, you got to take your profit. Once the volatility peaks out and starts to turn back to the downside, you got to take your profit. Why do we keep emphasizing take your profits early and often? Because look at this chart. Look at this chart right here in front of you. Look at the chart right here. What does this asset do? It moves up and down constantly. The returns are always mean reverting. Always. It doesn't stop. From the time an asset is being traded, yeah, look where that finger is, by the way. Perfect.
Yep.
Look where the asset is constantly moving. It is moving constantly back and forth around the mean. That's what it does. That's what mean reversion means. It is zigzagging around the mean. That's why if you look at a 30 length power mean, if you look at a 33 length power mean, if you look at a 25 length or whatever length power mean, what are the returns doing around that mean? They're zigzagging. They're mean reverting. They're moving to and fro. Right when they hit the mean, the price action, right, will follow the returns, and the returns will move away from the mean. And then eventually, once it's hit the peak of where it's going to go on that move, it will return to the mean. Once it returns to the mean, it's going to do the same thing. It's going to move away from the mean, again, up or down. It doesn't matter which way. It could even go sideways because you could have like a falling mean, and the returns could go flat. And so technically, it's moving away from the mean, even though the returns are flat and the price action is following flat. But the mean is moving down, right? And then it's going to return to the mean. So it's most likely going to fall back down unless the mean starts to shoot back up towards it, right? These are key things to remember and to program into your head when you trade the VEPS. I mean, look at for example, the chart that you have right now in front of your face, the VRE chart that Bobo's put up. Thank you, Bobo. What are those lines, right? Those lines are more than just probability lines. Those lines are price magnets. Now, why does that matter? Well, especially when I'm talking about the returns. They're price magnets because those are levels that the algorithm's targeting for entries and exits. How do you know? Well, look how perfectly they happen to hit these lines. Do you think that's just a coincidence that practically at every turn on the asset, every turn, right? Every time it pivots up or down, it's hitting at or very close to an exact level of the 4-hour or the daily or the weekly or the monthly. You think that's a coincidence? That's not a coincidence. That's math. That's the VEPS right there in front of your face. That's why we use these tools, right? I say it all the time, man. If I could skin a goat and read its entrails to trade better than I do, that's what I would do. But I can't. It doesn't work, so I use the VEPS, right? Show me a better way to trade than this, I will use it, right? My dog also thinks.
Yes, big dog.
Anyway, yes. So that's my little spiel. I hope you all got something out of that.
I was in the pew. I was in the pew listening to the preach. It's fucking awesome.
What, man, you guys, like the amount of info being shared in all these streams, you're not getting this anywhere else because anywhere else they're giving you misinformation or disinformation because they're either clueless or intentionally deceiving or both. Why? Because that's how they know they can get your clicks to dump your money into the exchange that they refer you to get your $50 bonus or your 1 Bitcoin bonus or whatever they're promising you, right? Why are they promising you that stuff? Because they have a deal with that affiliate exchange deal to, pump that exchange to get your money. They don't care about how well you do, right? The entire reason this community exists is because we just care about people, and we're not into it to sucker your damn money. Like, you've lost enough money trying to trade. Now you've found safe harbor in a place that actually cares about trading, and we want actual retail traders to know how to trade better. And this is the way that we know to trade better. And if somebody can show me a better way, believe, definitely look. So far, I haven't seen any, and we've been at this for years, and we've been looking. We're always looking for, hey, what else is interesting? What else can we do? This is the way to do it, right? There's a reason places like BlackRock use this kind of math, right? There's a Citadel. Why does Citadel use this kind of math to run their algorithms for their trading? It's not a mistake, right? They're not. They're making billions every quarter. Is that an accident? Is that an accident? No, it's not an accident. They do it because it works, right? If they could read rice paper soaked in soy sauce and trade better, believe me, they'd do it. They've got the money to do it. Trust me, right? But they don't. They use high frequency trading bots, and their algorithms are written by top developers that are hired to develop the most incredibly powerful algorithms that they can to measure these things: the returns on investment, the mean, the whatever, to calculate them super fast and to run them through their bots that are moving at lightning speed, which is why their average trade lasts less than 0.2 seconds, and they run millions of trades per second, millions, right, per machine they have, and each of these firms has a bunch of machines running these trades, so they're running many millions of second as groups, and they're being managed by tons of people, and they're all using these maths. Like, the days of trading with voodoo are over. Yes, you'll find 1 in 10,000 people using voodoo. Good for them. Wonderful. They're a professional firm, and they're amazing, and they have an amazing gut sense, usually because they focus on an asset or an asset type, and they know that thing really well. Whatever, they trade with the group. But if you want to be an actually consistent trader who doesn't have to be reliant on your gut only and actually relies on information that verifies what you think your gut, or denies what your gut is saying and shows the actual information is saying this is the actual information. If it wasn't, again, we wouldn't be using it. Let me make that clear. And that should be an alarm, a wake-up call, a whatever you want to call it, to anybody that's trying to trade. Right? Everyone else is showing you triangles or Fibonacci's or patterns or whatever the heck you want to use. They're showing you divergences on price action and RSI. What? How does RSI tell you anything? Right? We like to joke around like the RSI, the really strange indicator or the really silly indicator. What is RSI telling you exactly? The strength of a digital asset, which is a pixel moving up and down on a screen. How is that strength? It's not strength. That's a randomly, horribly, poorly developed math formula. Never mind that it was developed by a failed architect, failed engineer who figured out, I can make a formula and sell it, and it became super popular. It's completely irrelevant to trading, unless you want to lose money on a regular basis. In that case, use the RSI, you'll be great. So the Stokes. You want to lose money? Use the Stokes. You're going to lose a lot of money. It would be great. Use the Fibs. You lose a lot of money regularly. Why? Well, statistically, more than 99% of people who trade with Voodoo TA lose money, get wrecked within 90 days. They lose their shirts. Why? The market is pushed that way. The people at the top of the circle, the smart money investors, people who run these HFT firms, the people who make money consistently and profitably, they are pushing the bad TA down the line onto everyone, from so-called analysts, even big analysts, who brag about using like the garbage TA. Kathy Wood, she'll show like a chart, about her hedge fund trading because the 21 EMA did something or ridiculous. It has nothing to do with that, right? All those garbage things are just telling you what has happened. It tells you nothing about the probabilities of what will happen. And everything they say about what will happen is all they're just pontificating on garbage. we're literally showing you probabilities. And if you follow along candle by candle, all the tools we have, look at the volatility starter chart, right? The volatility starter chart, incredibly powerful tool. You get volatility and correlation, you get alpha laser returns, and you get alpha volatility quality. Do you realize what that means? Even without all the entropy, even without all the variance, even without the entropy oscillator, even without the VRE, even without the RR, even without the UPM, none of that. Because volatility and correlation tells you the direction of the asset, right? The tendency of the direction of the asset. Laser returns tells you whether or not there's divergences in the returns and the price action, and whether or not you're peaking out or you're moving towards a peak, up or down with the returns. So it tells you entries and exits as well. And alpha volatility quality tells you whether or not the quality of the volatility is good or bad, and whether or not you should be making a move from the bottom of the top of the band or from when it crosses over the moving average, right? It gives you all that information. So you have the direction, you have the returns, and you have the quality of the volatility. All that put together is, you want to call it a strategy, call it a strategy. It is a very effective system for trading volatility, probability, and statistics. Now, what's missing from that? Entropy. Why? Because when you're first learning, you need to learn the volatility. You want the entropy, first learn the volatility, then come along, try the power suite if you want, the Pro Trader suite. It's free to try. We don't charge you, and we're not going to push you to buy it. And in fact, we tell most people, have you learned the volatility yet? And when they say no, we say, we really encourage you to learn it first before you try this, even though it's a free trial. Why? Because you can use the free trial whenever you want. You can sign up for the free trial at some point whenever you're actually ready to learn it. There's no point in getting it before you're ready. That'd be like, hey, I have a car you can learn to drive in. It's a simple little car. It's a stick shift 5-gear, wonderful little subcompact car. Safe, easy to drive. You'll do fine. And here's a Lamborghini, and you've never driven before. What car do you think you should get in first? What car is going to be costlier to repair if you have a boo-boo? What car are you more likely to get wrecked in if you have a boo-boo? It's not the little subcompact, I can assure you that. So you want to avoid using the super duper tools until you learn the basics. Once you know how to drive a car, then you can upgrade the kind of car you're driving. You go from a regular car, maybe you try a muscle car. Maybe after that you'll try a luxury sedan. Maybe after that you'll try, some kind of a sports car that's a little bit faster. Eventually you're going to move up to exotic cars, right? You're not going to just go first bang and, hey, I'm going to get a Lamborghini first go. If you do, you're either very spoiled or very stupid or both. That's my opinion.
Yeah, you don't go from an ox in a cart to a Hellcat.
Yeah, exactly.
Bad idea.
Exactly. So that's the whole idea. You want to learn the basics. Once you learn and we give away the basics for free, and we spend hours every day explaining this stuff, and we're happy to give answers to any questions you have. Where else are you going to find that? Like, tell anybody that trades that doesn't trade this way, tell them about it. If you actually care about them trading the right way, doesn't matter if they tell you they're profitable traders, right? Unless you know for a fact that they are, I bet you they're not. Right? Why? Because 99.5% of traders, that's why. 99.5% of retail traders are losing money. Statistically, it is proven. We know this. I happened to work in that industry of marketing this crap to people many years ago, and I can assure you that the cycle of people who were trading before there was 100x leverage on crypto, they were losing money in 90 days. Absolutely. 90 days, that 90-day thing was a rule, not a tendency. It was a rule. We had to refresh our blood every 90 days because every 90 days people grow. Now, with the advent of insane leverage on assets that anyone can trade anywhere, anytime, it's not even 90 days. It's 90% of people are getting wrecked, and it's more than 90%. It's 99% of people are getting wrecked, usually within a couple of months, if they're lucky. So, do what you want with this information. Trade it. Don't learn to trade with it. I don't care. We're here to help one trader at a time who bothers to want to learn. If you want to be a real trader and not just some joker who's like, oh, I'm gonna put $1,000 on Doge and see if it goes to the moon, goes to the floor, or whatever. If you're not a joker and you actually want to trade, like that's the thing you want to do with any regularity, maybe even as a living, maybe a serious hobby. Well, you found the top of the mountain, and I defy anybody using any kind of voodoo nonsense to challenge us and show us that their voodoo works better than our actual maths that are really relevant to trading, because this is the stuff that literally moves the markets. Again, like if it wasn't, we wouldn't be using it. So there you go. That's all I'll say for now, my friend.
Yeah, good job.
Yeah. I'll say with love. Yeah, look at that. Look where the frickin' finger is. Look where Bilbo stuck his finger. Look where Bilbo stuck his finger on that chart. Come on.
Solana.
You gonna tell me that bounce is accidental?
Yeah. Algo's
It's
going,
not.
yeah, 95.4% probability we hit the low for the day on Solana.
Yeah. And what did I just say? It's price magnets. What did I say? Every pivot hits the level, right?
Yep.
Throughout the day, look where it started the day. Started at the center of the daily range, came down. Look at the level it bounced at. Went back up, hit another level, went down, zigzag back and forth to that level, came all the way back down, bounced right there, exactly where the finger's pointing. If that isn't obvious to you, you should come and learn, and we will be happy to teach you for free, because we want you to learn how to trade better. And you can see for yourself. You can see for yourself. It's right there on the chart.
Yeah.
Review this video. Look at it. It's insane, right? And it's not just today. Look at the previous day.
Yeah.
Same thing. It's always hitting levels. 4 hour, daily, weekly, monthly. It is always hitting levels. And it doesn't matter what asset you're looking at. Because again, these assets are all run by huge computers. They're run by massive computers who have zero emotion. They're bots. They have zero emotion. Just like we say, don't be emotionally attached to your trade or trade as a bot. Bots don't care if the price goes up or down. Price is moot. Price is completely moot. All they care about being on the right side of the trade for their entry and exit, get out with profit. And they take tiny little moves. They don't even go for, I need to wait for this asset to move 1%, because they have huge bags. They can wait for the price to move a penny, quarter penny. If it's a Bitcoin, it can move 1,000th of a penny. Right? They have huge enough bags. They're just looking for the one or two ticks in their direction. They're in, they're out. Right? In your case, you're a human being, not a bot. You're not trading millions of trades per second, and you probably don't have infinite bags like these massive firms do. So you need to take a little bit more time, a minute, 3 minutes, 5 minutes, so they can make enough of a move for you to have profitability on your trade. And you don't have any fees eating up your profits, which is why you should also learn to use limit entries and limit exits, and never use market exits unless you have to get the hell out of a trade. And definitely don't use market entries unless you're like insane, or you think I missed it by a second, I have to hit it. Wow. If you're entering with market entries, you're literally throwing away money. If you're exiting with market exits, you're literally throwing away money. And the only excuse you can have for using market exits is it was really going against me. I had to get the hell out of that trade immediately before it shot down and blew my pants off. Okay. For that, use a market exit to get out of horrible positions really quickly, instantly, right? You just have instant fill with your market exit. Fine, because you don't want to lose, 10% or something, right? You get out. But there's no reason, especially when you're in the right direction on the move, to use market moves. You just use limits. Why? Because it zeroes out, reduces your fees ridiculously. Depending on the exchange, you might have no fees, right? If you use market entries and market exits, you're giving the exchange money for zero reason. Just be less greedy, take a limit order, and don't wait for the ultimate. No, it has to hit this line. I'm 1 pixel away from the line. Just get out. Just get out. When you see that the move is taking you, has given you the returns you wanted, just get out. Exactly. You win. That's exactly right. You make the right move, you get yourself more profit, you have more capital in the bank, your own bank, you have more capital in your pile with which to run the next trade. That's the whole point.
Yeah.
If you're not doing that, what are you doing trading? Go to a casino. Take your loved one out to a nice fancy dinner. Do something. Don't be trading if you don't get the point. Is to increase your P&L.
Yeah.
your realized P&L, not your unrealized. If you show me a chart that says, I got 37,000% unrealized P&L, well, then you don't have any P&L. It's unrealized. It's not real until you realize it.
Yes.
In the word. It's in the freaking word. Unrealized. Realized, right? Realize your profits, and then you will realize how fun it is to trade and be profitable on a regular basis.
And I got two assets here that are highly correlated, Bitcoin and Solana, that I have applied a little finger to both charts. BTC, the bottom of the weekly range. Solana, ran in 95 for Laplace. Right there.
Come on.
Interesting.
Are you going to deny the finger? We all know meme quote.
Yeah.
And crypto loves the fingers.
Don't be denying the finger. Let me see if we got another finger in here. We got the other finger in here?
I remember a month ago, maybe a month ago, with Peepo or Bonk or something like that, you made some funny charts with like angry faces and happy faces or something like that.
There's the other finger for the deniers.
There you go. That's the emoji everyone knows.
Woo! That's international sign language right there.
Right, that's right.
Everybody knows that one.
I mean,
crosses borders.
Does not spend 2 hours a day talking about how to do this stuff and showing you exactly what's happening with these assets just because he likes talking into the wind.
Yeah.
Right. We're sharing this information because we really actually want people to learn how to do this stuff. Because we've seen what a wonderful difference it makes when you learn it and when you apply it. Learning it is all good and fine. Not applying it is like missing the whole point. If you just want to learn this stuff to pontificate, hey man, enjoy. Like you can watch our videos and you can study this for years and you can enjoy learning it. But the purpose of this, the purpose of our group is for people to actually trade in a better way, right? It's for actually trading. And there are plenty of groups where they'll go and teach you garbage that you should probably definitely never use. And you can learn that stuff all you want. It's a waste of time, in my opinion. And that's not for trading. That's just for goofing around. That's just for goofing around and being, there's a triangle. Look, 70% of the time the triangle works. Yeah, what about the other 30% of the time? 100% of the time my indicator is right 70% of the time. What? What good is that? How about every single candle you look at, the probabilities tell you exactly what is probably going to happen, and it's always right because when the probability, let's say, it's a 68.3% probability it's not going to close outside this candle, and then it does close above that candle. You know what that means? That means that the probability of 30%, 31.3%, that probability happened. There isn't a wrong probability setting. It's just how you're reading all the information together as a system. If you're flying a plane, do you look only at the altimeter, or do you look at the speedometer and all the other gauges, or God knows whatever else there is, right? There's tons of indicators you look at when you're flying a plane. It's the same thing. You look at it as a system, not as one particular piece of information. But you can simplify it by using 3 primary indicators, which I've mentioned many of them, right? You can look at volatility, entropy, you can look at returns oscillator, you can look at many of these things as primary indicators, because they are. Even the VRE levels can be a primary indicator. The UPM can be a primary indicator, right? There's no shortage. Variance is definitely a primary indicator, right? If you look at these things, returns oscillator is super powerful way to tell whether or not there's divergence. By the way, nice bull div formed on the 15-minute of Bitcoin. So yeah, between the RO, yeah. Look at that. You got the price action is falling and the returns is rising, and the returns are right on the which length is this? Yeah, that's the one. On the 15 length, you got the 15 length returns oscillator, bull div on that. On the 15 minutes, start it when the price action was at the top of the weekly. About when was that? I guess 3 hours ago, something like that. Yeah, about 3 hours ago, and the price has been falling ever since. Came down to the bottom of the weekly, and bull div. By the way, there's also bull div on the entropy oscillator. Oh, what's that? Oh, the entropy oscillator is another oscillator that we have in our suite of power tools at Alpha Trading. And just like entropy has an entropy oscillator tool. Why is that useful? Because you can read divergence on that too. Is it powerful? Yes. Do I rely on that more than the returns oscillator? For longer time frames, I actually don't. No, but I love to look at it. It's usually very powerful and correct, but it's great for scalping 1 minute. It's absolutely fantastic. Sometimes a returns oscillator moves, like if I see, like you'll see faster moves on the entropy oscillator at times. So I use that for scalping moves. But I'll use the returns oscillator just as well. And by the way, do I use divergences all? No, right? I could trade continuations without a divergence. And if I'm in and out of a trade in a few minutes, I don't need necessarily to play out the divergence. I'm just in and out of the trade because I don't have time to sit around and wait for 15 minutes. Like these live streams are usually a golden hour for me when I get to be in a zone where I have a little bit of time to watch stuff and do stuff, and it's fun. But like when I'm actually busy trading, I'm usually distracted like hell by things happening around me. So that's why I don't have time to use really higher time frames in like 1 minute or 3 minute or 5 minute. I mean, rarely ever do I use 5 minutes. So yeah, I mean, there you have it, man. I know I've been talking for quite a while, but once in a while I like to make sure that, especially the new folks, understand the key concepts of what we're doing here and why we're doing this and why we trade this way. It's not an accident. Like, yeah. Anyway, that's what I have to say about that.
Another.
Yeah. The finger.
I'm just finishing up a little message. All right. Yeah, we're about to wrap up this dog and pony show. So what I was going to say about Solana, it bounced off the 95.4, got back up above the center of the weekly range. So at this point, you want to keep SOL above the center of the weekly range. If it breaks it again, probably going to come back down to the 95.4. You break there, we're definitely going to see a bigger outlier, probably bottom of the weekly, right where Bitcoin's at right now. Bitcoin's at the bottom of its weekly. So, going to be interesting to see how this plays out, especially going into the end of the year, considering Bitcoin and Solana very correlated, or both right up there by the top of their monthly ranges. Solana at 102.7, Bitcoin right there, 43,750 area, where we rejected for early in the opening on today's daily candle. Started running up yesterday, right back to it. Why? Because, yeah, that's what it does, man. Bullish. Top of the monthly range. This pullback, not a big deal in my opinion. Guys, people are going to take profits. And now you're sitting at the bottom of the weekly volatility range where there's going to be some bull liquidity. If it gets overrun by these bears, though, it could change it real quick. You could see BTC do a 95 Laplace. Let me see here. There it is right there. 41, little under 41.8. 41,765 area, 41,770 area. Could drop to there. Now, if that happens, Solana could dip below its 95.4, right? But I do think it would just be a wick, and SOL will close up around that area today. And like I've been saying, I think at the close, at the end of the year, both those assets are probably going to be hovering around this area. Now, what happens on the new open of literally, think about it. Pretty powerful. It's probably never even happened before. I mean, a lot of things have to come together on the calendar. But, guys, all the intraday candles, new candles, right? And I'm talking every time frame. But let's just start. You get a new 4 hour, you get a new daily, you get a new weekly, you get a new monthly, you get a new quarterly, and a new yearly candle on the same day. So that being said, wow.
Yep.
Gonna be pretty wild. Pretty wild indeed. But just still looking at the macro stuff, yeah, man. I'm thinking these things are going to close up around there. Now, these next like 4 days coming into the end of the close of all those different time frames could get real interesting. Could have a range here. Bitcoin could be in a range for the rest of the year. Bottom side of this weekly, top side of the monthly. 43,750. So what is that? About $1,300 range. $1,300 range. Do you think on a 1 minute time frame there's going to be some juicy scalps to both sides? Just seeing this, my bias probably centered, would probably take some risk off and trade both directions. Not like I'm totally counter trading my bias and taking 90% of my risk off on those counter trades. Talking about just pull some risk off, trade both directions, take your profit, limit your losses. Don't be emotionally attached to a data set. Do I love Bitcoin? Yeah, I do. Haven't scalped it in a while. There's reasons. Emotionally attached to it, right? I'd rather scalp some other cryptos, to be honest. I'd rather scalp other cryptos, take those profits, and buy Bitcoin. It's pretty damn simple. That's what I do with things I love. I stack them. So yeah, do I scalp Solana? No. Am I stacking Solana? Absolutely. Solana and Bitcoin for the win for me. For the win for me. And there's only one heavy metal, lead. It's underrated. Very underrated heavy metal. Comes in handy sometimes. You never know.
Sure
we live in a simulation that's a total clown world, so what are you going to do? You never know. Have you ever seen The Matrix? A lot of wild shit happens in The Matrix.
You got a new 4-hour.
Yep, just got the new 4-hour. And BTC literally closed that 4-hour candle below the bottom of the weekly range. Didn't really want to see that. Let me get rid of this little finger. You pointing at me?
Which has happened to be below the first Laplace distribution on the 4-hour from PB2 projection back on the 20th. Kind of a ways away, but still valid. And it's at the RMLR right now.
Right.
11 RMLR. Right there. Boom, on the 4-hour. So these things are not by accident.
No. Absolutely
look at Solana, man. Look where Solana. Look at that. I mean, come on, people.
Doesn't get any better.
Learn the volatility. Learn the volatility, and you'll be so glad you did. And then you get to, try out the VRE and all that stuff, man. You're gonna love it.
When you understand these charts and you see what the data sets do, pretty soon you'll be like, holy shit. And be like, holy shit is right. This is what the VEPS does for you. I mean, look, and it's day to day, hour to hour, 1 minute candle to 1 minute candle, daily to daily, all that stuff. Look at the bears yesterday. What did they do? We're going to make sure you open the new day below the new daily volatility range. And why do they do that? That's why they do that, right?
Yeah.
Ball in the bears' court. Bulls tried to run it up through that daily range. Bears are like, absolutely not. In that first 4-hour candle, first standard deviation to the downside. Next 4-hour candle recovers, goes right back up to the bottom side of the 68 through Laplace. Wick right into it. Wick right into it. Wick into it. Wick, 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 wick. Where didn't you close a candle above, though? You did not close a candle down here above the top side of the weekly. Guys, this is what I talked about earlier. Red flags, red flags, red flags that the thing was going to dump out, at least to the center of the weekly. And look what it did. 2 wicks right into it. And then continued to the 95 for Laplace, trying to recover. Got back up to the center, got up to the above the center of the weekly range. If it breaks down here, you got the 95 for Laplace here. And I'm telling you, man, we could get a wick down here. We could get a wick down to the low 90s. What is that at? 92. Pull this up a little bit here. Let's scale you. You're being a pain in my butt right now. 92.6. 92.6. I mean, damn, guys, that would be a move on the daily. What would Sol pull back when this daily open? Let's get up.
That's like a more than a 10% move, right?
Oh, shit, more. 15.
Yep.
About a 15% move.
Like 109, whatever it was.
Probably about where Bonk's at right now. Oh, no, Bonk pulled back up. Yeah, look at Bonk. Look at Bonk. Bonk recovered too. Ding, 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 ding. 95 for Laplace on the 4-hour. All right, opened up that new 4-hour candle, rejected off the top side of the 68.3, ran it all the way down, sent a wick through those 95% probabilities. And what happened by the 4-hour close? Not only did it rip back up into the first standard deviation, 68.3 Laplace, it literally closed up above the first standard deviation on that 4-hour candle. But now, whoop, reverting right back. And it even closed a candle back inside the daily 68.3. Did we spill back out now? Well, we'll see, Bonk. We'll see. Bonk got real close. This is where I'm talking about. We're talking about these monthly levels. Scale this down. There's Bonk's. That red cross line. Right? Solana's is at 102.7. Bitcoin 43,750. Still having trouble reading these damn prices. What do we got? 4 zeros. 112,994. That's about where the top of that monthly is. I'm expecting all these assets, all these cryptos to close in those areas. We'll see what happens. It's going to get volatile, though. We could get some big moves around. So, yeah, let's wrap this thing up, and we'll be back at it tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thanks, guys, in the Discord for all the support. Great little rant today by old Zen Tap. He's full of them, trust me. I love when he speaks. It's good shit. Good shit flowing. Guys, Trading View. Hit the rocket icon. Maybe we get these videos out to some other people. Our views are all over the place. Almost looks like somebody's messing with us. Why? We got leading information. Free the leading information. Let the masses enjoy it. That's why we're here, for crying out loud. 16 views on yesterday's stream. Really? Millions of traders on Trading View. Only 16 people? Okay, whatever, Trading View. So, yeah, that being said, wherever we love you anyway, but wherever you live at on this big, beautiful blue marble, have a wonderful rest of your morning, afternoon, or evening. We'll be back 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow. Peace, guys. Yeah.